Hey everyone, Cash here, back with another video from FIFA 16. Today we continue our West Ham career, and it is an exciting one as we begin the BPL season. In the last episode, we began the transfer window by signing a big-name Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, as we will continue to make some moves today. But you see, we have two games against Leicester and Sunderland. Hopefully we can start with 6 out of 6 points. Taking a look at our budget allocation, we still have about 14.5 million. Maybe 15, 16 in total left. We spent 35 on Aubameyang, and I think what we're going to focus on next is the back line. We have some center backs there. I've added Socrates and maybe a couple other names to that list, but we're going to try and see what we can do there. But we're going to see what comes to us, as we're going to start it off with a transfer offer for Mark Noble, and this is a guy who is unhappy. We really don't have any playing time for him, so at 4.7 million of his 5 value, I'm going to take that. We'll accept that offer. And then Dortmund has found their new striker, Diego Costa, for 70 million, so it's a win-win for us as he leaves the Premier League. And then we get an offer for Jelavic, and at 3.2 of 3.4, we kind of need him as an extra striker, so we're going to reject that one. Next up, we're going to do some training, and here this is a big one as we get Iheanacho up to a 73 and Tielemans up to a 79, trying to get Adrian up over an 80 as well. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to work on the young guys. Next up, we're going to get an offer for a young player, Lewis Page. We're going to try and transfer, or not transfer, but loan out as many of the younger guys as we can. And then here's some bad news. Bellerin is going to have a broken collarbone in training. He is out 8 weeks, so this is going to change our transfer strategy a little bit. I don't know if we are going to be able to just get an upgrade at CB. We kind of need to start looking at right back. We cannot afford, as we're going to loan on another player here, we cannot afford to go without a right back for 8 weeks. That's a lot of the Premier League season, so we do not have another option at right back. So I think we're going to have to go and look and see here. So Marquinhos plays right back as well. Socrates plays any position in the back line. So those two are going to become very enticing options, as well as we're going to go out here and we're going to find Kyle Walker. This is the guy we tried to get last year, but they wanted way too much money for him. We'll see what the value is for Tottenham this time around, as we are going to put an offer out for, I think, about 16 million. He's 19 to 23, but we'll see what they want. And then Yedlin, another Spurs right back. This one, a younger guy, only 5 million. I'm going to try and loan him for maybe 1 year or a short year, just to get someone in there to be that stopgap until Bellerin can return. So we're going to try it the first time and just throw in a cheeky little future fee just to see if they bite at it. I'm going to assume they don't. He is just a squad rotational player with 1 year. He's got 2 years left in his contract. We'll see what happens there. Loan offered by, and they are going to decline. So no dice on Yedlin. So we're going to get rid of the future fee, and we're going to turn this into a short loan. We'll see if they'll take that. I don't know, Spurs probably is not going to want to help us, but let's see if they'll do it. And then going back to these center backs, the ones that can play right back especially, but I think all of them, we're going to offer up Winston Reid and obviously some sort of sum of cash, but we're going to try and see, since Reid can only play center back, Ogbonna can only play center back as well, but I kind of like Ogbonna a little bit more than Reid. We're going to try and get a different center back in there that gives us a little bit more versatility in case there are other injuries, or if we can somehow figure out a way to move them over to the right side and then put someone else, like Koyate can play center back. So we're going to offer out for, I think we're going to go with all of them. Umtiti can also play left back, I believe, which obviously doesn't help us, but still allows us to move things around. And they also will still be an upgrade over Winston Reid. So Umtiti's going to get 18 in Reid. Socratic was up in the 20s, I think. Joel Matip we are going to offer, and he's in the last year of his contract, so we're going to try and do him for a little bit less. I'm sure this is not going to work. 10 million in Reid, that's no way they're going to take that, but we'll continue through here. And the transfer for Kyle Walker, they want $30 million for Kyle Walker. That is crazy. So we're going to forget about Kyle Walker, and we'll advance here, see if we get any other responses. And we've got some, ooh, look at this. We have a transfer offer for Aubameyang and Reid. So Pedro Aubameyang, they want $6 million. He's worth 7.5. We're going to need a lot more for him than that. So we're going to bump this up to, I believe, 10 million. We'll see if Everton will bite at that. That's some good cash that we could use to help get in a backline player. And then Winston Reid, 5.5 from Malaga. No way is that enough. So we're going to move that up to 12 million. We'll see if they bite at that. But now we have finally reached the time for our first game of the episode, and it is a good one, a perfect way to start out this Premier League season with a very winnable game against Leicester. It's going to be in the rain, but you see the lineup here. This is what we're going to go with. Cresswell is going to come in and play right back, normally our backup left back. He's going to play right back. Aubameyang has been a monster since we got him in the preseason tournament. He scored 6 goals in 3 games, so he is on fire right now. But we get into this one, and it's the opening minutes. Jamie Vardy with the ball, going to pass it, a very quick pass there to Lawrence, and he is going to take a rip, and it is an early early goal for Leicester. A absolute defensive breakdown. But coming back here, Lanzini with this one going to get tripped up here. Now going to keep control, 16th minute, and he's going to take the shot. But that one going to be saved easily by Schmeichel. And now 18th minute, Vardy with it to Mahrez, and he is going to try and get down into this corner, playing some defense here, and he's just going to cross in. It's going to be missed off to Reed, and it's going to be another goal. Okazaki, and it is a quick 2-0 deficit for West Ham, and Okazaki looking for another one, ripping this one off the post, and this defense is in shambles early here. What an unbelievable, uncharacteristic start for this West Ham squad. Defense was something we relied on so much last year, as Fecker coming in here, and this one, an absolute rip off of the crossbar, and it is going to be our first goal of the season. Nabil Fekir blasting that one, top shelf, absolute upper Benjamins there, and it is going to cut the deficit now 2-1. We need that tying goal here. Lanzini going to pass to Payet. Payet looking to get it in somewhere. Back to Lanzini. Lanzini going to just rip the shot, and he's going to get the goal. Lanzini, what a strike from him, perfectly placing that one top corner. But we move ahead now, extra time, and it is going to be someone coming off the edge. It's going to be Mahrez, and he's going to get it in. And this, you've got to be kidding me. What a heartbreaking way to lose the game, as they get the winning goal in extra time, the final seconds. We do not have a chance to make another attempt. And what a disappointing loss, albeit deserved, though, because we played horrible in the first half. We're going to give the Hammer Award to Manuel Lanzini. He got the goal and the assist, played at 7.4. And now we'll move on, hopefully, to shore up that defense. And bad news so far, unacceptable for the Umtiti and the Socrates offer. And then Yedlin, nope, Spurs do not want to transfer him or loan him at all, so we're going to have to figure something else out there. As you see now, moving on, and it's another unfortunate. Yeah, I knew Matip wasn't going to do it. $26.5 million is what they want for him. So we're kind of in a bit of a pickle here, as we got to figure something out. Let's see, Malaga coming back with an offer sum of 6, so they only went up $1 million. That is nowhere close to being enough, as we can obviously get the value for Reed in the transfer if we include him with another team. So we're going to bump that up to 8.5. We'll see what they want to do about that. Marquinhos, another unfortunate. So we're getting nowhere. I'm going to go back to Yedlin, since we have to make sure we get someone right back. We're going to try and buy Yedlin now, as he's valued at 5. We're just going to offer his value. And then we get another offer for Winston Reed, this one from Stade Rennes, and they are going to offer 6.5. We're going to do the same thing with them. We're bumping it up to $12 million. We'll see if they bite. That would be so awesome if we get $12 million for Winston Reed. And they have been accepted for Everton for the $10 million we countered with. They are going to take it. So $10 million going to be coming our way. I'm not sure how much of that we'll get from the board for the transfer, but let's see, Yedlin. They want $8 million for DeAndre Yedlin. That might be a little too much for us, but we're going to go back and work on that one. And Malaga going to come back with 7.5, so they're at 7.5. One more time, as they only went up 500,000, or no, they went up another $1 million. We're going to try and go up a little bit more here. And now, with still no right back, we're going to play our next match, this one against Sunderland. Same lineup. We're going Cresswell on the right side with Reed, Agbana, and Wendell in the back line. Hopefully the defense can play a little bit better here, as this Sunderland squad, an easier squad, I would say, to play against than the Leicester squad in the first match. But let's see if we can get something going here. Aubameyang was pretty much out of it entirely in that first match, but here, going to get the shot in the 7th minute, but that one going to be saved easily. As now Sunderland coming back here, 30th minute, looking to get an attempt in. Somebody's dancing, getting into the box. What a nice pass. Rodwell with the shot, but that one is going to be saved. Nice save, but they're not going to get it away. Payet eventually going to grab it and get it out of there. Matthews now here to Johnson, up Sunderland now, 55th minute, looking for an attack, and this one going to be deflected. Adrian going to punch it out, and we will eventually take control and move it the other way, but Sunderland keeping the pressure on, as it's going to be Borini as Winston Reed tries to seal it, but Lenz is going to recover it. He's into the box, has a pass, the shot from Borini, but another save. Adrian, very nice save from him once again, and now extra time, as Sunderland has been absolutely laying it on us here in the second half. We have gotten very few chances, and they are going to get the last one, although Reed going to knock it away. Agbana kicks it out, and that will be the whistle. So a disappointing, again, 0-0 tie. At least we get the point. We're going to give the Man of the Match award to Adrian. Really, 0-0 tie. He had some pretty nice saves to hold it to a 0-0 draw. And then we're going to go back here. So Stade Rennes has given us a counter offer, and they have offered $9.5 million. And you know what? We're going to take it. $9.5 million. That is more than enough. $2 million more than his value. And then we're going to go back to some of these other players. So Umtiti, as we've got more money from the Obayang transfer. We're going to bump that one up. Socrates, they went 29 to 33. We no longer have Reed to offer, but let's see if we can give 27 million for him. We'll see if they bite at that. Highly doubt it. But we're also going to go back and take a look at some other right backs. Colin Chambers, as let's see if we can draw from the Arsenal well a couple more times, as Carl Jenkinson also going to be tried to loan back, as he was someone that we had last year, but they're going to say no for both. Interesting. And then we're going to get 8 million from the retrade. So it looks like we are pretty much dead set there on DeAndre Yedlin. We'll have to figure something out with him. But look at this, Socrates. They're going to accept. So interesting here. I'm surprised they took 27 million for him, who actually is 84 overall. Very good. He's going to end up costing less than some of the other center backs, but he might be a hard one to buy, as he wants $200,000. We already stuck a lot of money into Aubameyang, and only assuming he's going to want more than what he's really asking for, that one might not be possible. So we're going to keep making some offers. We're going to put 23 million to Monic, and then we are going to up this 5 million for Yedlin to 6.5. We'll see if Spurs bites on this one, so we at least make sure we have that right back that we need. And with that being done, we'll find out what happens with those in the next episode. We have now reached the point. This is our home and away 2-leg qualifying match for the Euro League, and these are very important games. And unfortunate that we do not have our lineup totally squared up for this one, because we have got to make sure that we win this one to get into the Euro League. So we will begin the next episode with this first match, and then we'll hopefully resolve our transfer backline issues in the episode as well, and then we'll obviously see both legs in the next episode. So we'll find out if we're going to qualify for the Euro League or if we're going to leave with disappointment. Hopefully we can pull it through, but we'll have to see what happens. But that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please go and give it a like. I really appreciate it, and subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.